Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you feel stuck in life, confused about money, or unsure what to study or pursue, this book will blow your mind. Rich Dad, Poor Dad isn't a finance book. It's a mindset shift. The author grew up with two father figures, his poor dad, who believed in a secure job, a good education, and play it safe, and his rich dad, who believed in creating assets, learning money skills, and taking calculated risks. The biggest idea? Rich people don't work for money. Money works for them. Most people spend their life chasing a salary, but never build assets like businesses, investments, intellectual property, real estate, skills that generate long-term value. This book teaches you the difference between assets, put money in your pocket, liabilities, take money out of your pocket. Real example, buying a car on EMI feels rich, but it's a liability. Buying a skill course that helps you earn more, that's an asset. Why it's important today? In 2025, the world is moving fast. Salaries alone don't make people wealthy anymore, but building assets does. Takeaway: focus less on how to earn more and more on how to build assets that keep paying you forever. Book 2, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This is one of the most powerful money books ever written. Not because it teaches numbers, but because it teaches behavior. The truth is, people don't make financial mistakes because they're stupid. They make mistakes because they're emotional. This book explains why. Being wealthy is not about income. It's about habits. Saving money is more important than showing money. The goal is financial freedom, not impressing people. Small decisions matter more than giant risks. One of the best ideas. Money success is not about what you know, but how you behave. And behavior is shaped by patience, discipline, long-term thinking, avoiding greed, avoiding fear. Real example, someone earning $50,000 but saving $10,000 every month builds more wealth than someone earning or 2 lakh but spending everything. Why it matters today? We live in a world full of social media pressure, expensive lifestyles, fake flexing, comparison. This book brings you back to reality. Takeaway: you don't need to be a genius. You just need to avoid stupid financial mistakes consistently. Book 3, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is not a book about money. It's a book about how successful people think. The author spent 20 years studying 500 millionaires, including Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie, and discovered something shocking. Wealth starts in the mind, before it appears in the bank. This book teaches, what you think, you attract. Goals must be written clearly. Success comes from desire, plus faith, plus action. Your environment shapes your future. Knowledge becomes power only when applied. One of the strongest ideas is the power of burning desire. If your goal isn't strong enough to keep you awake at night, it's not strong enough to change your life. Real example, a teenager with an average background can still become wealthy if they have a clear goal, a plan, daily action, the right mindset. Why it matters in 2025. Today's generation has opportunities never seen before. Remote work, online business, AI tools, global markets. But without belief and direction, none of it matters. Takeaway: your mindset is the foundation of your financial journey. If you can control your thoughts, you can control your results. If you're finding this helpful so far, make sure to like this video. It really supports the effort behind creating content like this. All right, let's move to book number 4. Book 4, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. This is the Bible of investing. Even Warren Buffett, one of the richest investors alive, calls this the greatest book ever written on investing. But this isn't about stock tips. This book teaches you how to think like an investor. Key lessons: don't speculate. Invest. Focus on long-term value, not short-term trends. The market is emotional. Don't behave like the market. Protect your money before trying to grow it. The biggest concept: Mr. Market. Imagine the stock market as a person who shows up every day with different moods. Sometimes he's excited and prices shoot up. Sometimes he's depressed and prices crash. Your job is not to follow his emotions, but to take advantage of them. Real example: when a good company's stock price drops temporarily, beginners panic. But intelligent investors see opportunities. Why it matters today. Everyone wants to invest, but very few know how to manage risk. This book teaches patience, analysis, and discipline, skills nobody teaches in school. Takeaway: if you want to invest safely and build wealth slowly and steadily, this book is your foundation. Book 5, Atomic Habits, James Clear. This is not a finance book, but it is one of the most important books for building financial success. Why? Because money is a result of your habits. Atomic Habits explains how tiny changes lead to massive results, how to stay consistent, how to break bad habits, how to build systems instead of chasing motivation. The rule that changed millions of lives, the 1% improvement rule. If you become just 1% better every day, your life changes completely in a year. Real-world example: want to earn more? Build habits like learning 30 minutes daily, upgrading your skills, managing your time, saving a fixed amount, staying consistent for months. Why it matters today. We live in a distraction-filled world: scrolling, notifications, comparison, endless entertainment. Habits decide who wins and who falls behind. Takeaway: your daily actions shape your future more than your big goals. Improve your habits, and your finances will follow. These were the top 5 books that can transform anyone from a complete beginner to someone who truly understands money, mindset, and wealth. If you read even 2 of these books, your financial life will start moving in a new direction. If you read all 5, you'll be ahead of 99% of people your age. If you want a part 2 with more advanced investing books, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and remember, learning about money is the first step to freedom.